Hi guys, how are you doing? Chantal here from Grounded Mind. How are you doing today? I tried to post this video yesterday, but as I listened back, it went into slow-mo. So for all of you that saw that, apologies. And yes, I am going to try to do it again today. So yesterday, before I got to university, I was thinking about some questions that I've had and some issues that people really genuinely struggle with, and that is anxiety and fear. And I think that there is a kind of there's a generic type of thought pattern that a lot of people struggle with around healing. The belief is there, but the latching on to what they need to do to use the tools to heal is difficult, which is why I offer coaching. So anxiety it's such an awful thing when it takes over your life, and depression as well. Even at university we talk a lot about the symptoms of depression, but with all the symptoms of depression, usually the core issue is the fact that the brain has latched on to the past, and the way how it's displaying itself in the present can stop you in your tracks, and can cause devastating symptoms to daily life. And anxiety, again, when we can't stop thinking about the future, about the what ifs, about the ruminations that we have and the storytelling that we do, and then we believe the stories, and it just brings you into, again, another place of I can't do anything else. And it's such a sad place to be in, especially when those symptoms are what drive mind body conditions. They drive the symptoms, they feed them. It's like, it's pouring gasoline, it's pouring petrol into the symptom, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And then we get into this kind of, I'm scared of the symptom now, and I'm anxious, but I'm scared of the symptom, but I'm anxious, and I'm scared of the symptom, and you just go round and round and round and round and round, and it's hard to jump off. But we need to tell ourselves that for us to get off that wheel, we have to change how we think. Healing comes into place when we can create safety. We don't have to have that safety straight away, but snippets of safety every day is teaching our brain that we are safe. We're trying to create and strengthen new safety neurons in our brain, because the fear neurons are there, they're strong, they are keeping the symptoms there, the anxiety is keeping it there. The anxiety is just making those neural pathways so strong that for us to be able to break them down, we have to have a bit of safety. Because when we form new neural pathways through safety, they're only weak, but they're there. And the more we create safety, the stronger they go, the stronger they go, the strong. And this is it. This is the time it takes. When people say, how long does it take to heal? How long can it take? How long does it take for you to create safety? Because the safety is what's strengthening those neural pathways. But we need to remember the fear pathways, they're still there, but they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And so the anxiety that people find really difficult to let go of, I'm not saying that these things are easy, but the more we can apply safety to our brains, the more we can say, I am safe, the more we can take those deep breaths, that calms our nervous system down. Even that is safety. We don't think of it as a massive thing. It's a huge thing. If you wake up in the morning, take some deep breaths, you go for a walk, have a look at what's outside, put yourself in the moment. Because when you put yourself in the past and put yourself in the future, you're not in the present at all. And I know I always talk about this, but safety is so important. And our mindsets will then shift from anxious and scared and I'm stuck here and I hate it here and my life is horrendous. How did I get here? You know, it will shift from that mindset to, actually, I've got this. I'm okay. I feel good today. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Thank you, brain, for protecting me. And again, by clarifying that with your brain, you're saying to your brain, thank you. But the setbacks come because, remember, those old fear neural pathways are weakening, but they're still there. But the more we create safety, is the more that the fear and the symptoms reduce. So we have to remember, why have you come to this channel? Why have you read Alan Gordon's book? Why have you listened to Dan Buglio's YouTube channel? Why have you listened to that person? Because you believe, because you want to weigh out. So we have to think, how can I create safety? And once you have that tool, you have to try to apply it to your life. I hope this helps today. And I hope the video actually plays better than it did yesterday. Any questions you have, I will answer. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.